New on Curiosity Stream. She was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Oh, fiddlesticks!
What, Wilbur?
We just got hit and I think my back has all been out of shape.
You gotta talk with those whippersnappers at the Advocates Law Firm. They're the best injury lawyers around.
What?
Pipe down, Clarence! Abner's telling me about the lawyers and the advocates. So what happened to you, Abner?
I was walking across the street with the light when some young punk came screeching around the corner. I lost a toe.
What?
Shut it, Clarence! If you get injured, the advocates get results.
AdvocatesLaw.com.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
A coyote that has attacked both grown men and children and eluded traps has spawned a massive 24-hour search in the East Bay area of San Francisco, where jittery residents keep children close and hikers carry noisemakers. The attack started last summer. In each case, the apparently fearless coyote approached unsuspecting people and bit them before running off. All of the victims recovered from their puncture wounds, and DNA has linked the attack to a single coyote. A woman whose 3-year-old daughter was bitten here last week said the animal retreated when she waved a blanket and shouted at it, only to keep drawing near again. The woman was pushing a stroller with her daughter at her side when the coyote approached. It finally fled. The attacks occurred in a children's playground, a residential street, and a high school running track outside of commercial stores in neighborhood of Lafayette. Our question, what is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Brian. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. So, Brian, what is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again?
Kangaroo. One time when I was at this place called Rosenmoor over in Nevada, there's this one kangaroo, like they had like 40 kangaroos over there, but one of them was like really aggressive, and like they said, hey, stay back from this one, and he just like started coming at me.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, he started coming at me, and then I just walked away. I luckily didn't get attacked by him or anything, but kangaroos are mean, man.
Yeah, it depends. I've seen some videos. I saw one yesterday where a kangaroo just walked into a convenience store in Australia, looked around, and then walked right back out the door.
That's all right, though.
You know?
Didn't hit anybody.
No, it's
just
when you said browsing.
When you said the kangaroo was coming at, like, what is its body language?
Like, it was more slow. Like, it just looked aggressive, and it was more territorial, I think.
I understand, man. When you're in Nevada, one thing for sure, you got to be on the lookout for those kangaroos. Yeah, I mean, there's always one that wants to get into a fight before the end of the night. You know what I mean? It's
looking all aggressive,
all woos, and wearing the tap out stuff.
What is the work there looking for whales?
Right. What is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Jake. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
How goes it, gentlemen?
Doing great, man. Positive Friday. Thank you, man.
Positive Friday.
Positive Friday. Thrill, the bird you're thinking of is a cassowary.
Cassowary. Yeah. That's exactly it. Thank you.
Tell Ted that if he wants to go after an ostrich or an emu, to Google their toes.
Ted.
If you want to go after a, what was it?
An ostrich or an emu?
Google their toes, he said. Did you hear that?
Okay.
Do you want to say anything about that?
They'll disavow a lion.
Hold on.
Thanks.
Hey, Jake, Ted said thank you.
Hey, I'm just good looking out.
Cool, thanks.
Just looking out for you, bro.
Hey, Ted, he said he was just looking out for you.
So, I wasn't actually... I'd had this story relayed to me because I was 2-3 years old when it happened, but the animal I don't want to deal with is a border collie, like Lassie.
Well, actually, they're ass kickers.
They are.
Oh yeah. One of the reasons that I was scared of dogs pretty much my entire adolescent life. Parents were looking at a house. They left me out in the front yard with the collie that was on his dog run, on a leash, on a chain and everything, walking around the house, came back around to me just screaming bloody murder, and they walked around the corner, and the collie had my arm in its mouth and was basically just tossing me back and forth like a rag doll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about a crocodile-sized mouth, too.
Yeah. But fortunately, I didn't have any scars or anything like that. I was in one of those late 70s, early 80s puffy kids' jackets. So, but yeah, totally scarred me for life. Had an issue with dogs, large dogs ever since.
Do you have any you said you have no recollection of this, right?
No.
But somehow you still had the presence of mind to be scared of dogs anyway. Like somewhere this imprinted on your brain.
Well, I've had a golden lab break off of its chain to come and tree me up a tree stump when I was playing in the woods by my house. I've been chased by Rottweilers and Doberman Pinschers and German Shepherds while I was out riding my bike as growing up.
Some people, man, they got a stink about them.
They do. My brother's another one.
There's something going on with certain people where dogs just get this feeling of, like Ted's the exact opposite.
Yeah, I love dogs.
Yeah, well, dogs love you.
Yeah, but they like
more
you.
About you. I mean, you might love a dog, but that don't mean a dog ain't going to attack you.
Right.
You know what I mean? you seem to like dogs and they like you back. Where some people, just like your brother,
it's unbelievable.
It's weird. My grandfather was a dog whisperer. My dog when I was growing up, Sunshine, was a border collie, and I used to train that dog.
She crossed the border, homie.
I used to train that dog. He had a Letterman's jacket, like one of those style Letterman's jackets as a kid with the leather sleeves on it, but a padding. And she used to run up and jump and bite my forearm, and then I'd spin her around, and then she would run back and then attack me and get and fly through the air with her mouth open, and I'd catch it and she'd bite into me and I'd spin her. See, that's why this is the kind of fun where Sunshine should have never left.
See, I don't know if that was fun for her. I think she left because she obviously was trying to kill you and just said, I'm going to stop trying to kill him. You know what? I'm just going to
like a dog just wants to go out and play, like your dog wants to play tug of war. This is all that dog wanted to do.
The time.
This is all that dog wanted to do. Just bite onto my arm and let me spin her around in the yard.
Yeah, my dog wants to play tug of war. Doesn't want to bite me.
Problem was the dog got to be about 85 pounds, and I was like 110, 15 pounds, man. I couldn't keep the weight up.
And then the dog left your ass.
I couldn't keep the weight up anymore.
Because you were weak.
The dog just kept.
And that's when Miles started going to the gym because he lost his dog because he was a wuss.
Yes, collies are huge, man. And especially with a fur, they look bigger, you know. What is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
Sometimes the only dogs I ever run into where I have trouble is like, for some reason, they just don't like dudes.
Yeah, you get that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who has those dogs?
Anyone you're trying to date.
It's not a dude.
Right.
There's a reason.
It's never a dude who's like, my dog doesn't like other dudes.
My dog hates guys.
Right.
It's never a black guy who says, my dog hates black people.
Right. It's never happened, right?
That's not how it goes. Can you believe my dog doesn't like black people?
Huh.
Well, what is the one animal that you hope never to deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Positive Friday.
Hola. Positive Friday.
All right, so I was crapping with my uncle at my grandparents' house up in Vancouver, BC, and we were pulling up a pot, and it was really heavy. We were like, sweet, got a lot of crap. Yeah, it turned out to be a sunstar.
What exactly is a sunstar?
So I think of a starfish, but it has like more than like 10 legs. Like sometimes they have like up to like 20, and they can get up to like 10 feet wide.
Sunstar. Googling it now.
Can you
eat?
Okay.
Can you eat them?
Well, so funny enough, so my uncle got really pissed, so he started yelling at like cities and whatnot, ran back to the end of the dock, grabbed the high-pressure hose, put the sunstar over, shoved the hose in its mouth, and blew it up.
Blew it up?
Oh, yeah. That thing went everywhere.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right.
It's not how I thought that story was going to go.
You can throw it overboard.
I appreciate that. That was like some M. Night Shyamalan stuff. The twist ending. Yeah, it exploded.
He's dead.
We can put a hose in anything's mouth and turn the water on.
That's a good call.
You're going to do a little damage. What is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
Guess who it is, Ted?
James.
James, welcome to the men's room.
Hola!
Hola!
Happy Friday, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, my son wanted to say hi to you guys, so do you mind if he says hi real quick?
All right, tell him to hurry it up.
Go ahead, bud.
All right, shut up, kid. Keep your mouth quiet.
Your dad's talking.
So my animal would be a bear.
What kind of bear?
I believe it was a black bear, but again, it was at night. I came home from work. I worked night shift. I got off at midnight. I got home around, 1, and I pulled up, and the bear was in our shed laying down.
He's taking a nap.
And my headlights woke him up, and he just kind of looked up and walked out, smelled my car, And by this time, I'm calling my roommate to come outside to look at this bear, and he's telling me I'm not coming outside because there's a bear.
Yeah. I understand where your roommate's
all
coming
you're asking
from.
is, look out the window, dude. See the bear out here.
Yeah.
Come outside. See the
I
bear.
wanted to make sure someone saw what was happening, but the bear kind of just circled my car and then kind of just walked off into the bushes, and I never saw it again.
How long?
It was scary.
How long did it take before the bear finally disappeared?
It was a good 10 minutes.
Seriously?
It was a good 10 minutes sitting in my car, telling my roommate to come out and look at this bear, and he was just, no.
Okay.
No, not doing that.
Where do you live?
Cape Harbor on the peninsula.
All right.
Yeah, it's a black bear.
Okay, let me ask you, because I've seen a dead bear before, which was huge, and it was a black bear. How many pounds would you say this thing was? Was it like a big black bear, or one where you look at it and
No.
go, oh, it's a bear?
I want to say it was like a medium-sized bear.
All right.
The shed wasn't that big. I mean, he just got in, laid down on some tarps, and then that was the end of it.
And for 10 minutes, this thing's sniffing around your car.
Yes. Yes.
Did you ever, because you're a dude, so at some point when now it's going around the back of the car, did you think, like, I bet you I could open the door and close it again before the bear gets here?
Do you think everyone ever gauges it by the size of the bear? Like you said, it's a medium-sized bear. Like if it's a big-ass black bear, like I'm not going out there. But it's like a smaller to medium-sized, you'd be like, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, it's a medium bear.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to
I
be
definitely
that
didn't want no part of that at all. I was, no thank you.
I'd be like, I got this guy. You know what I mean?
No, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not, because it's still a bear.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a cub, well, I mean, assuming mama isn't around the corner, but like, yeah, if it's a bear, even if it's like, well, that's a small black bear, like, I'm staying in the car.
I read more about the guy in BC. We had the caller talking about BC a little bit ago. The guy who picked up the lynx who was eating his chicken.
Yes.
So basically, the lynx was so damn hungry that it would not, he couldn't shoo it away, and he kept trying to swat at it and smack it on the butt, like, go, buddy, go. But it was so hungry.
It just kept eating.
It kept eating it. So he picked the lynx up by the back of the nape of the neck, and the cat went limp like it would, and he's just talking to it like, don't eat my chickens, that kind of thing, right? Well, it turns out that, first of all, he then put it in a dog crate and drove it away instead of killing it, and let it go like farther on down. That's illegal because you can't trap a wild animal. So he got fined for that.
Really?
He got fined for that?
He should have killed it.
I would have.
Eat
my chickens.
That's the moral to the story. But the guy,
but Ted means that, not just anything.
But the guy said, he said, you don't realize it's a smaller lynx, but there have been 3 instances since he's taken the job that a lynx has either ripped someone's hand or arm off at the elbow.
Jesus!
Wow! Right, and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, dude! It's like.
And that's a small
lynx. It takes your arm off at the... well, the damage was so severe, they just had to amputate the rest of the arm. See, so I'm like, God, man, no way. What is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
But see, now here's the problem. If I did not know that, and I'm in the guy's situation, I probably snatch this thing up because you're pissed, right?
Right.
But now I know that. I'd be like, well, I feel bad for them chickens because I'm not doing a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, chickens. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I would say the one animal I'd probably never screw with again is the cuttlefish. My uncle and I were out on the coast of Australia, and we're probably 30, maybe 35 feet down, and this school of cuttlefish came by. And, you know, being me, I'm really into the wildlife, so I'm watching them. And apparently they're like a pack of wolves, man. They do this thing where they'll spread 2 of their tentacles real wide, and they'll narrow like an arrow, and they'll start flashing black and white colors to hypnotize. And it was doing this to me, and I was filming it. Well, apparently 2 other cuttlefish below me came up, and they had wrapped their tentacles around my flippers and started pulling me.
And she's pulling you down, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they're pulling me down like into the rocks and trying to get me hung up, and they were biting at my heels, and yeah, it was crazy, man.
How long did this fish attack last?
Probably a good solid 30 seconds, and then I remember I had a spear gun and I started poking them.
Oh yeah, spears work, man.
All right, okay. Damn.
How long after you started poking them did it take for them to finally give up and go away?
It ranged between like 10 to 11 pokes. Because once they have something in their mouth, like in their tentacles, they don't want to let go of it.
Are you trying to tell me that you went into the water in Australia?
Yeah.
You're insane.
Yeah, that's already crazy.
You are insane.
Of course, that's what they do.
I wouldn't even drop my pinky in that damn water.
Have you ever seen the coral reefs?
No, I don't care. Show me a picture. I mean, there's saltwater crocodiles. I believe it's beautiful. I mean, I'll just go throw a shrimp on the Barbie, and you can run your, you can do a slide presentation for me on, PowerPoint. I don't care. I'm serious, man. I wouldn't even go in to pee. I wouldn't even go in waist deep. In Australia? Are you kidding me?
You wouldn't even go waist deep?
No. I wouldn't even go in if I had to pee so bad. I'd just pee myself.
As opposed to walking
Absolutely.
into the ocean.
There's no damn way. Because everything, like he said, this is not a big fish he's talking about.
Right.
This is not a big fish. It's just a regular old fish. It's just a fish. But not there.
Right.
No way. No absolute way. That would be the one thing that would suck. I mean, I could hang out by the pool. I mean, if I went to Australia, I'm not getting in the water. There's no way. No way.
Well, they have beautiful beaches.
If you said,
I'll go to the beach.
People aren't dying every day at the beach,
I would go to the beach if they said, hey, man, it's 50 yards out to that buoy. You swim out there. You touch that buoy. You swim back. I'll give you $10,000. It'd be like, F you. F you. It's not worth it. I'd have a heart attack.
I'd still go swimming.
Would you go out 50 yards, touch a buoy, and swim back?
No.
For 10 grand?
No.
Well, that's swimming.
So you're
that's
not
swimming.
that confident.
Well, I'm hanging out in the waves and stuff.
But that's swimming.
But you won't swim in it. You'll frolic in the oceans of Australia.
Correct.
Okay, that's
well,
fine.
when I go, like,
my body surf one in.
Right? Do you guys? I don't know. Whenever I went to the beach, you just kind of mess around in the waves.
But
I don't know
Australia.
that I swim.
We do, but
Australia.
Yeah, I feel different.
Granted, I know there's just as many great white sharks, probably on the coast of the East Coast at times where you did get in the ocean. But this is Australia, man. This is a 16-foot saltwater crocodile could come up and just say, "You're my dinner."
All right, let's hang on now.
There.
Let's change the option here. It's not 10 G's. It's a beautiful Australian woman.
I might be able to pull that off on my own with
and
the
she
accent,
goes,
apparently.
get in the water. Come on, we're going swimming. Right? You're single. You can do whatever you want.
This is the beginning of a movie.
She's, 25.
I'm the first guy.
She's in a great mood, and she wants to go skinny dipping.
Here's what happens.
Yeah.
You get to see her boobs. I get 2 minutes of screen time before I get ripped apart by a shark. That's the way this movie goes, and then the story continues. But I'm only in there for the very beginning because I get eaten.
Right.
I'm telling you. This sounds like a horror movie.
Well, now, see, here is where we do.
And everyone she dates
this story, I'm okay to die with. Because now the story you're going to tell about me, I did not get attacked by a Komodo dragon, but like, man, he met some hot Australian chick, right? Then went skinny dipping in the water, right? Of course, and he was ripped in half by a shark. Like, I'll accept that.
But you went into the water. You knew the shark was there.
But she was there, too.
I wasn't sure the Komodo dragon was in the area. It just happened. But I know damn well I was going to this guy's house. Well, as soon as he said it, he's like, and he's got a spear. Do you realize that half the shark attacks that happen around the world are people who are actually spear fishermen? And they're basically, they've got some fish that's bleeding out.
But
whatever the deal is.
Sure.
They've got bait. They've got food on them attached to their body. They got a bag of fish that are bleeding. It's a chum bag.
Right.
No wonder they're getting eaten like crazy. He's spear fishing in Australia. Guy's crazy.
Well, I wouldn't spearfish there, but I'm definitely going to the beach and I'm swimming. I'm getting in the water.
You're getting into how deep? How deep can the water go before you're done?
Probably chest high.
Okay, what if
you go chest? I'm stopping at waist. I am.
It depends on where the waves are, where the breakers are.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
All right, what if you're a woman and it's that time of the month? Would you do it for 10 grand?
No. You're just asking for sharks. And bears.
Bears. Bears. The Australian aquatic bears.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't do it for 10 grand. There's no
How much
way.
money? How much?
Oh my God.
50 grand.
I would be having a panic attack.
Sure.
On the beach. I don't know. I don't know. And the idea of getting laid, you can get laid in Australia with an American accent. So you don't have to work that hard.
No, but I know how your brain works. So I'm just like, forget the 10 grand. You're single. It's a beautiful Australian girl. She's 25 and she's like, Miles, you swim to that buoy and back. My body is yours.
I bet you look like Michael Phelps.
Yeah, I know, Miles. He'd be in that water quicker.
He would leave a wake.
Big boobs?
What do you want? She's got him.
All right, yeah, I want big boobs.
And she got 2 more in the back for dancing.
Sun-kissed hair.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good. Right?
Little
Or
wavy?
skin.
Little wavy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is your girl.
Nope,
your
not
girl.
doing it.
BS.
Not doing it. I'm going to try to take her to like Outback Steakhouse later and see if I can pull it off there. I'm sure they've got Outbacks all over Australia.
All right, what, would you swim in the harbor in front of the Opera House in Sydney? You're on the boat, you're enjoying yourself?
All right.
Oh, man.
I might dip in.
I don't know, because there's fresh water running into that harbor, which means a food source for pretty big fish.
See? That's the problem. You know too much.
Right.
Or you're stupid and you're dead wrong. But either way, you've put yourself in a position.
50 yards out, 50 yards back, 10 grand. I'm not doing it.
10 grand and the check.
Maybe it depends on the size, yeah. What is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Bear. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. A couple of years ago, we were looking at a piece of property, and my daughters were with me about 30 feet away, and I found the corner marker, and I hear this, and I look down, and there's a rattlesnake coiled up, and I'm standing on its head.
You don't do a very good imitation of a rattlesnake.
You're standing on its head?
Oh, yeah, standing on its head, man. I danced away, and I'm yelling. My daughters are laughing at me. It's the second one I've stepped on. I don't ever want to step on one again.
Well, it should have given you a warning before that, you would think. You know what I mean? I mean, if you would have been 1 inch away, that thing would have taken a chunk out of your ankle there.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding. That would have been painful.
Where were you, in the gorge area?
Over by Natchez. We live in Natchez.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a ton of dead rattlesnakes up at the gorge.
Oh, yeah. Yep, they're all over there.
Is that by that tavern, or is that a different town?
Yeah, it's
Have you been there?
The Natchez
over by
Tavern?
Yakima.
Oh, no. All right. Thank God. That makes me feel much better. The one I'm thinking about is in between Crystal Mountain and Enumclaw.
Okay. All right.
It's still just a random spot.
Tavern.
I've been drinking in Yakima, man. That's a good place.
It sounds like a place where drinking might be something you do.
There's a lot else going on.
I don't know about that one, champ.
Yeah, I just went downtown and started drinking in lovely Yakima.
You're the only person I know that references it as lovely Yakima.
They have a great steakhouse.
You were on the good street.
They have apples. You got all that. What is the one animal that you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Oh, drat. I was driving along minding my own business when that vulgar leech hit my Beamer with his pickup truck. I fear I've fractured my clavicle.
I say, old boy, don't simply put it in the hands of your insurance company to sort it out. Talk with the dedicated row of solicitors at the Advocates Law Firm.
Pipe down, you old sod. The Advocates will see your case through to the bitter end and won't sleep a fortnight until they have victory in their grasp.
Jolly good, old man. Jolly good indeed. You get injured, the Advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
You're in the men's room. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Coming up, we will drink, we will toast in the weekend with a shot of the day, and it's Bad Choice Friday time.
You know it's Bad Choice Friday. It's Bad Choice Friday. You know it's Bad Choice Friday. Hey, man, this is your fault.
Jam on. Battle of Gin and Juice on a Bad Choice Friday with Snoop Dogg.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Yeah. Gin and Juice from Snoop Dogg taking on Gin and Juice from the Gourds.
Rolling down the street, smoking and out, sipping on gin and juice, laid back. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking and out, sipping on gin and juice.
Here's how you will a Bad Choice Friday. Will it be Gin and Juice from Snoop Dogg or Gin and Juice from the Gourds? You can vote now if you follow us on Twitter. The poll is up there now at Men's Room Live. We head to New Jersey. This is a crazy story. A raccoon is being tested for rabies after terrorizing a New Jersey neighborhood. The raccoon reportedly lunged at 82-year-old Roy Damio, who was sitting on a lawn chair around 1:30 in the afternoon. He suffered bites to his fingers, arm, and leg. I felt something clawing and biting at me. I thought it was a dog, he said. The raccoon was angry while it was biting at his leg. Dameo's blood left prints on the chair. About a half an hour later, headquarters got another call about children and adults who were being confronted by the same raccoon in a backyard. The animal then chased the children, then the adults, then took off running out of the backyard before jumping onto a 72-year-old man's back while he was doing yard work. He sustained a laceration to his back, but the raccoon's not done. Police later found him trying to get into the window and scratching on the side of the home. From there, the officer said, you know what I'm going to do?
Shoot it.
I'm going to tase this raccoon.
Okay.
He did tase it. The raccoon was completely unaffected. The raccoon then ran off. 20 minutes later, officers were in a backyard near 2 streets when the raccoon emerged again aggressively. One officer fired 3 rounds at it, but it was not hit. Animal control was able to finally capture the raccoon alive and will now be tested for rabies.
Jesus Christ.
What is the one animal you hope to never deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
One quick comment here. Someone says ticks. We were visiting my sister in Virginia a couple of years ago. We got there late at night. Our nephew was outside with us for about 25 minutes before we sent him to bed. Well, the next morning, my nephew comes in and says there's something on his penis.
Oh, no.
When we looked, he had 3 ticks, 1 up top, 1 on each testicle.
No way.
While we were all calm and reassuring to his face, in my head, I retreated to a corner screaming.
Oh, my God. That poor kid. See, he doesn't know yet how important that is.
He doesn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's a good thing.
Otherwise.
Because he was like 14. Oh, man, he'd be freaking the hell out.
Well, you know that if only a child would say, there's something on my penis. Once you realize the magical purpose it serves, like your response, you're roughly saying the same thing, but it comes out much different.
Oh, it's way different.
There's something on my effing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
There's something on my penis,
until
Doc.
you know what this thing is for,
right.
It's almost better.
Right.
You know? It's almost better that you don't.
Oh, is that right, Mr. Bee Sting?
Yeah.
The man
who put that's crazy. You're going to let a bee sting your penis.
Just to see how swollen it gets. That was the only reason I wanted to do it.
By the way, a quick update on swimming in Alaska.
All right.
Australia.
I'm not swimming in Alaska for
Miles
$10,000.
Might be onto something here.
What do you mean?
Because I was like, what if we're hanging out in front of the Opera House in the Sydney Harbor? So I Googled just Sydney Harbor swimming, and it says the S.
It says the S?
The 8 best shark-free swimming holes in Sydney Harbor. Apparently there's a lot of bull sharks in there.
Oh, no.
And they, it can be risky due to bull sharks that feed in the deep water pockets and give birth in the shallow estuaries.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
That's why coves and bays and all those stuff. That's dangerous.
And people pointed out the blue ring octopus, apparently, which is like the super poisonous one.
All right.
Apparently, Australia, that's their waters. Like most people, Miles, were agreeing with you. Like, look, maybe it's a little crazy, but I agree with Miles. No way I'd get into the water in Australia. The Australian beaches also had the venomous blue ring octopus.
What about 16-foot-long saltwater crocodiles?
They're saying you don't even have to worry about the big stuff. Everything there will kill you.
Not only that, but okay, let's say this, right? Okay, Ted, you just decide that you are going to not go into the water.
All right.
But you're going to hang out on the beach, man. Maybe you get a couple beers in you. It's Australia. You're on vacation. All right. What about the guy who was sitting there on a town, fell asleep when the crocodile came out of the water?
Stay awake.
Tried to eat him.
Stay awake.
You can't even take a nap on the beach because something might crawl out of the ocean and eat you.
Do you honestly nap on the beach? I never nap on the beach.
You can. I know how many day beers you have.
But it seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. It's hard to nap in direct sunlight.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone. Like, to me, I'm just hot. I'm just sitting in a chair and I'm hot, and I'm not doing anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. That is...
I'm just saying you could just be hanging out and something could come out of the water and attack you, too. You don't even have to go in the water.
Are you going to the beach?
You're just going to the beach.
Are you going to the beach?
Probably not.
You're not even going to the beach.
I doubt it.
I'm going to the beach.
There's probably like some sand flea there that's the most deadly in the world.
But that's what I'm saying. Australians go to the beach all the time. People must be swimming.
I just know, but I'm different. Like, I'll taste different. I'll have a different smell about me. You know what I'm saying? I won't smell like a blooming onion or whatever and want to eat me. What is
all Australians are known?
Yeah.
When in water, smell like blooming onions.
You're never going to make it to the water because the Australians are going to beat you up for like referencing Outback.
Like one more shrimp on the ball. Like,
yeah, just like we generally like Americans. This guy's driving us nuts.
Can I have a knife? You know, something to really get into the steak with.
Where's the ruse?
What is the one animal you deal with again? 206-421-ROCK.
Start defecating.
Uh-oh.
Hello, Jerry.
Throwing it at her.
Hey, Jerry.
You know.
Hey, Jerry, we want to hear about you pooping. Oh, my God. Jerry.
Did we click in at exact the time? I think we did.
I don't know.
just heard defecating and then throwing it at them. That was his conversation.
He must be at the zoo.
He's talking about monkeys, I'm assuming.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I'm
I don't
assuming
know.
that.
I was picturing a person. I don't know.
Hello. Poo throwing is the realm of.
I know.
Yeah.
Hello, Jerry. Welcome to the men's room.
Yeah, hola, boys.
Hola. Hey, Jerry, quick question.
Yes.
We checked into your phone a moment ago. You were talking about someone defecating and then throwing it somewhere. Were you in a zoo?
Yes. Yeah, the spider monkey was my neighbor right outside.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Boom. Ted bet it was about monkeys. I thought it was about a person. All right.
No. However, it was owned by a naval officer here at the local Beverly Naval Base. He was going through a divorce. His wife was not very happy with him. She took her anger out on his pet, spider monkey. Well, how she would do that was sexually arouse the little monkey, and then she would punish it, if you know what I mean. She had
What?
Say what?
Oh, come on,
No,
man.
we don't know what you mean.
Well, she would diddle the monkey and then whap the monkey on the diddle.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Is this the story that he shared with you, Mike?
Did you say this goes on in Bremerton?
This was in Port Orchard.
Oh, Port Orchard. Okay. Fair warning.
Don't do that to Bremerton.
Yeah, right.
I know Bremerton's like, don't brag our name
Anybody
into
from
this.
Port Orchard want to call in to defend themselves now?
Well, the officer he was always in uniform dress, and the wife was she was wearing cashmere sweaters and stuff. Anyway, the monkey got loose out of this big 2x4 cage, about 6 foot by 5. Lifted the entire cage up and got out one day. He had enough. He ran across our highway there on Bethel Avenue and hopped across 2 moving cars and got over to my very nice and gentle neighbor lady's hanging basket. And she had a high-pitched voice also with a southern drawl, and she started screaming. The monkey started screaming. And then the monkey started defecating and throwing it at her through her kitchen window. She had enough of it. She called our local Port Orchard police, and they didn't believe it.
They did what?
I mean, you called it. That's the story you told them. I can see them like, yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah, he said, ma'am, there's no monkeys in Port Orchard, Deaf Sergeant. And so she got, the monkey went into the garage. They had the door open. The monkey started throwing tools out through the window in the garage. She called the police again. They reiterated that there were no monkeys in Port Orchard. And as the glass was breaking, through the garage windows. So she called me. And I was kind of a local wrestler, and we just had this hand fight drill where we tried to compete and control each other's hands.
She called you.
You used this training to try to take down the monkey?
Yeah. Get a hand fight a monkey.
Yeah. Well, we were getting ready for state tournaments, and try to be very sharp on hand control.
So did you wrestle the monkey?
Yeah. So I figured I was prepared.
All right.
So
How did the training help you?
It's probably saved my life.
Okay. Well, let that be a lesson to everybody.
Well, so how did this go down?
Well, I looked out the back window. I saw the monkey was gone. I go, it's got to be over at Mrs. Roller's, because she called me and said, I need Jerry, I need help. And I saw the monkey over there. It was inside my neighbor's car, her son's car, eating the registration and defecating on the seats. It was a 64 Ford Fairlane, fairly nice one. And her son was getting upset. Her little brother was crying. So anyway, to make a long story short, I suited up in a Marine Corps flak jacket. I put a wool cap over my head and put heavy garden gloves on, taped my wrists, and I went out get that darn monkey.
You grabbed the monkey?
I saw the monkey across the street. I walked. I never lost eye contact. The monkey knew he was going down.
The monkey knew.
Yeah, the monkey knew. He was sitting on the hood of my neighbor's.
Like outside of a bar. He knew it was going down.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so he's staring at me and kind of doing a little hop. You know how monkeys kind of squat.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, of course you do. So I never lost eye contact. I crossed the road between moving cars. Just our eyes locked. We never batted an eye. I went at it, and my heart started pounding, but I wasn't going to quit. I was committed, and I grabbed that monkey by his forearms. And then he did a reverse on me. He flipped his hands over my wrists, and now he had control of my hand.
Of course he did.
That angered me, but I was quick.
All right.
And I was young, and I reversed it. And we did that for a few minutes, back and forth. He also wanted. He knew about hand control.
Okay.
This monkey.
Yeah, he probably was a wrestler too.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Well, I finally, monkeys don't have real control of their thumbs. I finally got my thumb into his elbow, in the hinge part of it, and then he couldn't reverse on me. So I had him, but then he started coming at me with his feet. His feet were climbing up to my neck, trying to get my neck. So I pushed him down. And then he came at me with his mouth, trying to bite my cheeks off and my lips. He was right in my face. But I was able to pry him off. We did this for about 10 minutes, back and forth. And finally, the cars, other people were calling into the Port Arthur Police Department about this monkey. And finally, all I do is win.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
That was timely. Well, I guess you beat the monkey's ass, didn't you?
All right, hang on. So people are calling the cops. You've been fighting them for 10 minutes. What happens?
Well, they were complaining about me attacking a monkey. I was the bad guy. They finally, since it was a human attacking an animal, they sent the police out. This was quite a few years ago. Our local police officer didn't have air conditioning in his police car, but he did show up with his windows down. The monkey saw the uniform and thought it was like Daddy. So we both let go at the same time. The monkey went around me, and then he jumped in through the police officer's window, got in there. The police rolled his window up, got out, shut the monkey into his police car, and the monkey started tearing apart the radio, tore it out, went through his ticket book and was tearing tickets out. I'm at work right now. I was doing the feedback pizza thing, so we got some orders coming in Friday. But anyway, so he goes and asks Mrs. Roller if he could use the car or the phone to call this, the staff or his boss. He gets on the phone. The monkey's it's trapped inside the police car. He calls his sergeant up and he says, he goes, the monkey's in my car now, Sarge. And he goes, there is a monkey? So, all right, here comes, about that time, the owner's wife came over, upset, wearing a cashmere sweater. She told the police, let that monkey out. I can control that monkey. Well, that was a wrong idea. That monkey wanted her bad. So as soon as the officer opened the car door, his police car, the monkey jumped on her shoulders and started taking her sweater off. And the monkey had it pulled over her head. She was screaming. Monkey was screaming. Mrs. Roller was screaming. And the officer, he was describing what was going on to the desk sergeant. And soon more police were on their way, and people were pulled over on the side of the road there, looking at the whole spectacle. The cashmere sweater over this lady's head, monkey just screaming, everybody screaming. Well, finally, the officer himself came over, and the monkey got off his wife, and just like a little baby, Daddy's home. And they hugged, and pretty much that was the end of the story. 15 years later, I was working, managing another restaurant up in Paulsville, and I just got through telling this story to a bunch of, they didn't believe me, my employees. They just said, no, that didn't happen. About 10 minutes later, the employee that heard this whole story got a call from the Paulsbo Police Department asking if we had seen a monkey running around the streets. And she just turned white, looked at me. I don't know. Made a believer out of her.
Damn. That is.
Yeah.
I never want to go through a spider monkey attack again.
How big is a spider monkey? How many pounds is a spider monkey?
Well, they're small body. They're all legs, arms, and big white pearly teeth.
How many pounds?
Oh, probably 20.
Okay, it's a pretty decent sized animal then.
How long did this entire ordeal go down between you and the monkey?
Well, our fight was just on the back of that Ford Fairlane's trunk hood.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. How long were you fighting this monkey?
About 10 minutes.
Damn.
I'd say 10 minutes.
You're right, man. They got really long arms and legs.
And strong arms.
Well,
I guess that's the spider part of the monkey.
They're about 10 times per pound.
But as soon as the monkey saw her dad, the monkey was fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The monkey was never so happy. Monkey was just petting his father.
All right, I gotta ask, how did we know the monkey, like the wife, was doing bad stuff to the monkey?
Well, it was right outside my bedroom window, and I could hear that monkey cooing out there. And I said, "What? I never heard that sound before." And I looked, and
you never heard a cooing monkey before?
Well, it was being pleasurized by the wife.
Ever make a monkey coo?
The one with the cashmere sweater.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right. All right, Jerry, man. Thank you so much.
That is the best story. That is one of the best stories I've ever heard in my life.
Everyone's chiming in. They're like, you got to keep this end of the year spectacular. Yeah. People enjoyed Jerry.
That was something.
Can you? I mean, I would love to just sit on a bar stool next to Jerry. Just like, keep going. I will pay for all the drinks.
I got real close to hanging up toward the beginning of it, right?
Because of the fact of the matter.
I'm just like, come on. And then he just kept going, and I'm listening. I'm like, I cannot believe I'm riveted by this ridiculous goddamn story of him fighting a monkey.
It started very weird and very, very dark. But
it stayed weird, but the darkness left.
Yeah, but I mean, it came to a conclusion. And then the chef's kiss is just what he said, so I'll never fight a spider monkey again.
Most people won't.
That was spectacular.
Coming up, the exciting return of Ted versus the FCC. You are listening to The Men's Room.